Hello and welcome back to another video on my channel. I hope everyone is doing good and well. Today, once again, we're talking about a player that could be playing for the Algerian national team very soon. Of course, like I've said previously, with the very disappointing Africa Cup of Nations campaign in Cameroon, we certainly should be keeping a keen eye on some new recruits for the Algerian team. And today we're talking about a forward player who has recently moved to Nice, I think from Angers, for 10 million euros, which is quite a lot of money for a 21-year-old. And this is BILLAL Brahimi, like the big head guy. And I think really he could sort of play anywhere on the wing or in sort of an attacking position behind a striker. But this guy is only 21, BILLAL Brahimi. He's at Nice, like I say, at the moment, but he's already been a bit of a journeyman. He was in Portugal, then he was at Middlesbrough. He played in the cup competitions in English football. And then I think he went back to France, obviously, to be closer to his family. So, of course, he is, I should say, born in France with Algerian parents. I think he went to Reims, and then he went to Angers. And then now he's gone to Nice for 10 million euros. But even at those previous clubs, he wasn't really playing that much first-team football. I think in the first half of this season in Ligue 1, he got a couple of assists, but wasn't starting that many games. And now Nice have certainly seen this as one for the future to buy the 21-year-old for 10 million. So we need to see some decent returns from him. Now, he has actually featured, I think, as a substitute already a couple of times in Ligue 1 since making the move to Nice. And seems to be quite a large sort of Algerian contingency at Nice. Of course, you've got Atal Boudaoui, Delors and Amin Gouiri, Bourhendi, the young keeper, and now you've got BILLAL Brahimi thrown into the mix as well. So it kind of looks like perhaps we've got one ageing Brahimi, Yassine Brahimi, on the left wing, could be replaced by one new emerging and upcoming BILLAL Brahimi on the left wing. What I want to know is really, is this guy good enough to play for Algeria? It's all well and good expressing an interest and talking to the Algerian FA and realising you're never going to play for France. But is BILLAL Brahimi actually good enough to play for Algeria? Does he actually get in our team? Well, for me, this would be one for the future. This isn't a guy that's going to come in and start the next AFCON and start, if we go to the World Cup, and start against Cameroon. This is a guy that's very much about building for the future. If he is a left winger and predominantly wants to play on that left-hand side, for now, you've got, of course, the other Brahimi, Yassine Brahimi. You've also got Youssouf Belaili, who's already off the mark in Liga in terms of contributing to goals. And you've also got Said Benrahma, who can play on the left as well. So, BILLAL Brahimi is never going to play ahead of Belaili or Benrahma at the moment. And he's barely on par with the other Brahimi. This would be one for the future. So, as excited as I am to see some fresh emerging talent arrive at the Algerian team with Belmadi, I don't really think this is one that upgrades our starting 11. But I'm all for it. If he wants to play for Algeria, good luck to him. Let's take a look at him. But look at the sort of emerging attacking talents. You've got players like Ilen Kebal. You've got Mehdi Zerkane, that are all sort of in and around that area, sort of young players in the French top league. And we're not even using at the moment. So the question is, we need BILLAL Brahimi to get into that Nice team, to play a few games and to see if he's good enough. Because at the moment, he's up against the likes of Kluivert and Claude Marie. So there's a few players there and he's not going to be playing ahead of them. But at 21, if we get him on board now, then he becomes the superstar and we give him a couple of caps. It's certainly a good proposition for all parties involved. So what do you guys think about BILLAL Brahimi potentially playing for the Algerian national team? Do you want him? Do you want a guy that sees Algeria as second choice because he's finally realised he's never going to play for France? But to be fair to the lad, I don't think he's actually played for any of the French youth teams. I don't think, it's not like he's played for France under 18s, under 19s, under 21s. I've never seen him in those squads. So is he actually committing to Algeria the whole time and just waiting for his career to develop first? But anyway, we'll see what happens with this one. Of course, BILLAL Brahimi and Rayan Aït-Nouri are sort of the two heavily linked with Algeria ahead of the World Cup qualifiers next month. But we'll see how this one pans out, because certainly a talent for the future, and we do need some young players to start coming through, and I'd be very happy to get BILLAL Brahimi. I'm just thinking in terms of right now, would he improve the starting 11 right now? He'd probably be sort of on the edge of the 23-man squad, but let's see how it pans out. If he wants to play Algeria, that's more than good enough for me. Like I say, we're welcome to anyone, and I'm sure he's a great player for the future, 21 years of age, and if they paid 10 million euros for him, that's a lot of money for a youngster who's never scored in Ligue 1 before. So let's see how this pans out. hopefully Bilal Brahimi is going to have a good career inshallah, and hopefully that's going to be with the Algerian national team. So what do you guys think of Bilal Brahimi? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.